How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you. It will be some time yet before we go in. I mean, we're planning face-to-face teaching in November. Probably next month when I go into the center to have a look about what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we'll start staging in all the planning around how many can be in a room. It's going to be so
Which
much
means you will be getting ready to welcome your students.
Absolutely.
That's great. That's wonderful news.
Thank you very much, Jisong, for having me present to fabulous Korean students who are thinking about coming to study in the UK and at Coventry University and on campus Coventry. My name is Ross Wainwright, and I'm the Centre Director at On Campus Coventry. Sport management at Coventry is a great opportunity for young people who want to go into the sports industry. I think, you know, when someone thinks about taking a degree, they need to think about the degree itself, what that covers, how the university approaches its teaching, the course content, the industry links, and how a course will go around developing both the skills professionally and personally to allow a student then to go on to be employed in the right industry. Okay. When we do think about this, the Coventry University course is ideal because sport and event is big business. So students may want to move on to areas of sport fundraising, sport fitness, sport development, facilities, conferences, project management. So there are a whole range of different areas of sport that could lead to a fantastic career in the field of sport and events. Excuse me. In terms of what is covered with sport management in Coventry University, you'll have an introduction to sport business and sport marketing, managing sport events, sport policy and governance, sport marketing insights, event tourism, sport PR and media in terms of how you want to communicate out, venue operations management, and you'll also look at contemporary issues in sport as well. Alongside that, you'll be developing areas in management and leadership, looking at areas of corporate social responsibility, for example, strategic management of sports and events, and entrepreneurship, along with developing your academic and professional skills, your approach to research, and how to manage your career going forward. Yep. In terms of sports and exercise science, this is a course where you'll be applying scientific principles to the promotion and maintenance of enhancement of sport and exercise related behaviors. So exercise physiology, biomechanics, psychology, and sports science requires a particular scientific approach required, for example, for elite training and performance. And exercise science plays a central role in the physical activity programs aimed at improving general health. And the facilities at Coventry University are exceptional in terms of what they have to offer students. They are very much leading in terms of the facilities they have there. Okay, and the course of sport and exercise therapy is an aspect of healthcare specifically concerned with the prevention of injury and rehabilitation of the patient back to optimum levels of functional, occupational, and sport-specific fitness. They work with a range of people, from those who train recreationally through to those who compete at a high level and earn their living from sport. They give advice on how to train and compete safely, treat any injuries that occur, and help people to rehabilitate afterwards. So sports an exercise therapy is different to physiotherapy in that the main difference from physiotherapy is that there is an emphasis on sports science during your training. And sports physiotherapy is an area of work within the broader field of physiotherapy itself. Yeah, and in terms of sports coaching, Jisung, the sports coaching course at Coventry aims to produce exceptional coaches who are competent, confident, and reflective on their practice, and helps develop a practical approach to coaching skills, knowledge of coaching theories that underpin participant development. It covers various pedagogical approaches, applied sports science, and sport development topics aimed to allow development of a holistic approach to coaching across a range of sports and exercise, and within a range of populations. Qualifications and a good range of experience offered both within teaching sessions and on work experience on this course as well. So we're very lucky at ONCAMPUS Coventry to be based on the university campus at Coventry. We have a very close working relationship with the faculty and the school as well. And you know, students who come and study with us would undertake a life science course if they were to go on to sports and exercise science or sport therapy, or they'd be doing a business course if they wanted to go on to one of the sport management related courses or event management related courses as well. So our courses are short, they're intensive, they prepare students very well for the next stage of studies at the university. We have a very large team who are experienced working with international students. Certainly we have quite a few Korean students, and Korean students are fantastic to work with because they're so diligent, and you know, they want to succeed, and so on the whole do very well as well. Our team will support students all the way through their studies with English. It might be with biology, it could be with business behaviors, economics, finance. We will work closely with our students to make sure that they know how they are performing and that we give feedback so that they can then take next steps with their improvement so that they can achieve as high a grade as possible at the end. Students who come to ONCAMPUS Coventry have the privilege of accessing all the clubs and societies at the university as well. They have access to the library, and the library is an interesting place. So people tend to think about a library being a quiet place, but actually, because of the way Coventry teaches its courses, there's a lot of group work and activity-based learning. So the top floor of the library is actually a very loud space where there's a lot of activity with students in groups doing their work. Then there is a quiet floor, and then there is a silent floor, along with the entry floor, which is quite loud as well. So for all the different types of learning that takes place, there is a space in that library as well. And you'll notice that if you come to Coventry, that in all the faculty buildings, there are cafes and group spaces that students can use too, and on-campus students can access all those buildings as well. And central to the university is the student hub. And in that hub, there's a cinema, there are restaurants, and you know, there are the facilities that are just needed by students, and the library and the hub are open 24/7. I think one thing I should also say, Ji-sung, is that any students thinking about coming to Coventry and about Korean food, don't worry, around the corner, we have a very nice Korean restaurant, and you can have your bibimbap there.
Yeah, sure.
It's natural to be worried at this stage. I think at the moment in the UK, things are changing. They are stabilizing now. We're seeing all of the curves, you know, declining, which is very positive. We're seeing restrictions ease. At the moment, we've just seen that we're moving from 2 meters to 1+ meter of social distancing. Shops are open. Pubs, restaurants are going to be open from the 4th of July. So we are waiting for the government advice. And once we hear the government advice, we are then going to act on that. But actually, at the moment, we're, on campus, the university are planning very carefully for the arrival of students. And, paramount to our planning is the safety of students and staff in their studies. And we want you to feel confident that we are taking care of you when you come to the UK to study, because we'll be putting into place measures to ensure your safety. I mean, Coventry University is a great option for study. You're in a small city, a student-focused city, close to London, close to Birmingham. You have passionate people
like you.
Thank you. Delivering courses to you. You've got great facilities. There are placement years which can be taken as well, so you can develop your skills in the workplace, take that learning from your course in the workplace. And I think that's very much what Coventry is about. It's about ensuring that you are employable after your course. I'd just like to also say that I think, by sitting in the room and or a virtual room and listening to Ji-sung talk about Coventry, Ji-sung is very good at what he does, as is the team at UKUHAC. And, if you need support, 1, about understanding the course, 2, about taking next steps to the course, 3, about, getting the visa. Ji-sung and his team are very experienced. I've worked with Ji-sung for many years now, and I understand how he works, and he's very thorough and professional. So it's a good choice that you're actually sitting in the room with him to learn more about study in the UK.
I will buy you dinner when you come to Korea.
I'm looking forward to when I actually can travel again, Ji-sung.
Yeah, sure. You were supposed to be here.
I know.
Right? Okay, let's hope that this COVID thing will go away as soon as possible.
It will. And the great thing, Ji-sung, is we as bad as it is, we've all had to learn and evolve and adapt and learn new things. I think from my perspective and the team's perspective, we've had like 3 months of continuing professional development. All right, Ji-sung.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, my absolute pleasure. And it's always enjoyable to meet with you. If you need any help with any of the students, you want to dial me in, you know where to find me. I'll be in my conservatory, in my house with the backyard.
Okay.